Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Simulated Sunlight Field. No, in actuality, this game was played at Atlanta Stadium, of course. But I jest as I repositioned the sunlight. So how's everybody doing here on a Friday happy hour game, huh? We've got the Pirates at the Braves, the second of a 3-game series. I forgot to write it in here, but the Braves won the first game. They've won 2 in a row. Pirates dropped the first game. Hello, Blaine. Welcome in. Righty Vern Law for the Pirates will oppose the lefty Wade Blassingame, who will put his 8-1 record on the line today. This is also the first game of June the 18th on the schedule. Hello, Ben. Oh no, that can't be good. Hello, Mangler. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Catch it when you can. Life goes on. I know everybody has things to do. Slight shadow right here from the laptop. I can probably push that out of the screen. Look at that. So I got the sunlight overhead and the ring light. Looks good to me. What do you guys think? Better than yesterday, I think. When we go to the break, I'll show you what I did. It looks pretty ridiculous from where I'm sitting, but it gets the job done. My other computer with the stats, unfortunately, is tied up today, trying to what's the word I'm using? Convert GoPro files into MP3 files. But I thought ahead, and I printed up the stats for these 2 teams. So this should be kind of interesting. We can see Vern Law's stats here. You can see actually all of the Pirates' stats. Law 1 and 2 with a 5.15, 7 starts, 2 relief appearances, 1 complete game, 43 and 2/3 innings. He's given up a lot of hits, and he's been hit by the long ball. So Law not having a great season so far. He was decent, I guess. He was below average in real life. I mean, let's be honest. 4.05 ERA in 1966, definitely below average. Blassingame, 8-1 with a 3.01. He's been the ace of this Brave staff. 10 starts, 2 complete games, 1 relief appearances, 68 and 2/3 innings, just 54 hits, 22 walks, 34 strikeouts, 6 home runs. So I'll be referring to this. Not sure where I'm going to put it. Not a lot of room on this table. But we'll work it out. At least I have some stats. The original Sticks. Hey, glad you made it to a live one, Sticks. Welcome to the chat. Great group of guys here. What did you order for your first set? Another new player. Man, this is great. Nice to see the hobby has a chance of surviving. That may sound crazy, but just a couple of years ago, I was worried about the future of the hobby. Not so much now. And we have a super chat from Blaine, who got my score sheet from Dave. Thank you very much, Blaine. Well, let's go ahead and get you. I feel naked without my other computer sitting here. But I've played without it before when it was in the shop. It's been a while. Pittsburgh lineup will have Gene Alley in the leadoff spot today at shortstop. Matty Alou out of the lineup. Manny Mota in center field. Roberto Clemente in right field. Jim Pagliarone, the catcher, moves up to the cleanup spot against the left-hander. Jose Pagan at third base. Bill Mazeroski at second. Don Clendenin at first. Willie Stargell, as he often does, moved down to the 8th spot against the lefty. He'll be in left field. And Law, a pretty good hitting pitcher, but end power in the 9 spot. So Allie will lead things off. Allie leading the league in batting at 362. 3 home runs, 26 RBIs. Blasingame into the windup. That's the 2-11 left-handed foul ball back of the plate. Oliver throws the mask away and makes the catch. I was noticing some shading from the light in the tower, but I don't see it on the screen, so I don't think that will bother anybody. I can see it live, but not on the replay screen. And let's see, what did Sticks order? The 1982 teams. It takes a while to ship to Australia. Oh my goodness. Well, greetings way down under, my friend. With nothing to do but feed all the kangaroos. The line from Black Friday by Steely Dan. And here's Manny Mota. Mota batting .331, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. The left-hander into the windup. 2-8, he walks him. So a walk to Mota. Mota good speed on the bases. Let's check the battery now. Blasingame with a +2 hold. Oliver a +1. So a +3 battery would make Mota an 18. He's going to be held at 16, where that 10-12 automatic caught is going to greatly deter him from attempting the lead. The batter will be Clemente. And here's unmitigated. Today's Schaefer beer batter is Rico Cardi. So that means when Cardi strikes out, we drink. Is that correct, unmitigated? Heck, it's a happy hour Friday. You might need to name 2 beer batters today to really get things going. Clemente hitting .309, 9 homers, 42 RBIs. Blasingame from the stretch now. It's going to be a 4-2 right-handed. Grounded to first base X. Tough chance for Alou. Felipe Alou, a .319. Here's the throw. On an 18, he's got it. Throws down to Menke for 1. Back to first, not in time. That's going to be a 3-6 force. Mota is erased, and Clemente at first. So Clemente not held at 16. Pagliarone at the plate. He's only out on a 12. He's going to roll for it. 4 or a 5 for the lead for Clemente. 11. Ooh, that was close. He does not get the lead. Pagliarone on the season, .261, 6 home runs, 34 RBIs. The pitch from Blasingame, a .310. Comebacker. Blasingame has it. He turns around and goes the short way to Mion for the fielder's choice, and that wraps up the top of the first. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. And after half an inning of play, it's Pittsburgh 0, Atlanta coming to bat against Vern Law. That's how it works, okay. Hang on, I'm going to dial back the sunlight a little bit. It's nice having this remote where I can do that. I like that. Here's the lineup for the Braves. Dennis Menke leads it off, playing shortstop today with a 4.38. Eddie Matthews is at third. Hank Aaron in the customary 3 spot in right field. Felipe Alou is the first baseman. Mac Jones in center field. Rico Cardi, the beer batter, in left field. Gene Oliver will do the catching. Felix Mion at second, and Blasingame, the pitcher, round out the lineup. Who's hot and who's not? Well, you can look up at the top there and see who's hot is Eddie Matthews. In his last 10 games, he's hitting .343, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Law ready to go to work. Menke standing in. Menke on the season hitting .253, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. Law with the windup in the pitch on a 5-7. Rolls over it to short. Alley gloves it and throws him out. Routine play for the Gold Glove shortstop Gene Alley. And here's the hot man, Eddie Matthews. On the season in total, he's hitting .277, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. The windup and the pitch from Law is a 6-8 left-handed. Grounder down to first, Clendenin to his right. Gloves it, underhands to Law, covering, and there's 2 away. And that'll step up Major League home run leader, Henry Aaron. Aaron batting just .223, but with 22 home runs and 56 RBIs, who's complaining? Here's the pitch on a 6-2 righty, high fly ball to straightaway center. Mota backs up a bit and pulls it in for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 go the Braves in the first, and we're scoreless after an inning. And welcome into Bill Ivey, who's going to fire up a little trivia for us. That's very cool, Sticks. I've always felt that most of the Strat players, even in the United States, are on the east side of the country. I have a hard time finding players on the west. I've met a few. There are definitely more in Southern California than in Spokane, Washington, that's for sure. As Blasingame takes the mound and we move to the 2nd inning, Jose Pagan will start things off. Pagan hitting just .196, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Hang on, here's the question. Henry Aaron and Willie Mays started 13 All-Star games together, a record. Name the second pair who started 11 games together for the American League record. So 2 American Leaguers who started 11 All-Star games together. I'm going to just throw a wild guess out there and say Carl Yastrzemski and Harmon Killebrew. Then I'll turn it over to you guys, because that's probably wrong. Blasingame's windup, the pitch to Jose Pagan is a .210 left-handed. He rips that one high and deep to left field. That's going to be over Cardi's head. Triple to 6. He'll hold with a long double. First hit of the ball game is a leadoff double by Pagan here in the 2nd inning. That'll bring up Mazeroski. Maz hitting .319, 3 home runs, 32 RBIs. Blasingame checks the runner, comes to the plate, 2-9 lefty, grounder to second, Mion to his left. His only play is to first, and on the play, Pagan will take third. So a runner at third with 1 down. The batter is Don Clendenin, and let's see how Atlanta wants to play it. Early in the game, I'm going to roll for it. And they'll remain back for Clendenin. Blasingame with the pitch. It's a 3-7 lefty. Grounder to short. That's going to get the run in, but it could have been worse. If they'd have pulled the infield in, that would have been a single. Let me double check this on the chart. So ground ball A, 5. The ground ball is to short. The run scores. So 6-3. Pagan crosses the plate. That makes it 1-0 Pirates. Infielders. Both infielders. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Willie Stargell, left on left matchup. Stargell comes into the game at 284, 14 home runs, 43 RBIs. Blasinghame's pitch is a 4-9 lefty. Line drive right at Menke. The Stargell hit it on the nail head, but right at the shortstop, and that ends the top of the second. The Pirates do get a run on 1 hit, nobody left. And they lead it 1-0. And in comes Franklin Lawn. How's it going, Franklin? Hall of Famers, Robinson and Aparicio. These are all wild guesses. Oh, that's cool. Reggie Jackson and Rod Carew are third. Bottom of the second, here's Felipe Alou to start things off. Alou, the official batting leader of the team, at 346. Cardi a little bit higher, but without enough qualifying at bats. Alou with 9 homers, 41 RBIs, and a major league leading 39 extra base hits. Think about that. 66. This is the 66th game for Atlanta. And Felipe Alou already has 39 extra base hits. Let's take a better look at that. Since I have the paper, why not? 20 doubles, 10 triples, 9 home runs. Quite a year for Felipe. Law into the windup. That's a 4-6 right-handed base hit up the middle. Alou is aboard with a leadoff single. Hello, Ernest. Welcome. The batter will be Mac Jones, the center fielder, hitting .228, 4 homers, a dozen RBIs. So I've noticed Mac Jones' average slowly climbing up of late. The right-hander from the stretch, 410 righty. Ground ball through the 6-hole and into left field. That's an open single. Alou 14 to third is 12. Stargell's -3 makes it 9, and no thank you. They'll hold him at second. The first 2 batters reach for the Braves. And here's your beer batter, Rico Cardi. Cardi at 351, 4 homers, 20 RBIs. Law studying the signs. The full windup, the pitch on a 110 right-handed. Ground ball wide to second. Mazeroski's only play is to first, and both runners will advance on the ground ball C. So what's good for the goose, I'm going to roll for the infield inner back. It'll be back for Gene Oliver, the catcher, hitting .235. 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. The right-hander checks the runner at third, goes into the windup. 2-6 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Gets a big strikeout there for Vern Law. Let's see what they want to do with Felix Millan. Millan hitting .235 in just 68 at-bats, no home runs. They're going to go ahead and pitch to him. Law's pitch is a 2-5. That's ripped into left center for a single. Double to A. This is going to clear the bases. It's a 2-star single. Scoring is Alou. Right behind him is Jones. And on a 2-run single by Felix Millan, the Atlanta Braves take the lead 2-1. Millan is star 18. Law with a -2. Hold. Pagliarone is 0, so 16, held at 14. And the batter will be Law, a 7 right-handed batter with end power. Wait. The batter will be Blasingame. I'm sorry. He's a left-handed hitter, weak, a 3-hitting pitcher. Law's pitch is a 5-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. He almost got out of it. But 2-run score on 3 hits, 1 man left. And after 2, it's 2-1 Atlanta. Hey, Larry got it. Boggs and Ripken. I was so sure that Brooks Robinson had to be one of them. Here's Blasingame as we move to the third. Law will lead it off. He's the 7 right-hander with end power. And the pitch is a 5-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Hello, Brian. Hello, Gerald. Top of the order, here's Gene Alley. Blasingame with the windup. The pitch is a 1-5 left-handed, and that's a base hit up the middle for Alley. The National League batting leader's hot-hitting ways continue. Star 15, plus 3, 18, held at 16. But he also has that 8 automatic caught, so Moda's going to hit away. From the stretch, 5-6 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout for Blasingame, second in the inning and in the game. And here's Roberto Clemente. Blasingame's pitch is a 3-7 left-handed. That's ripped into right center. Clemente goes the other way with it, double to 11, and he's going to have a double. Alley hesitated for a moment, and he'll have to stop at third. It's a 2-star double for Clemente. Second and third, 2 down, and the catcher, Jim Pagliarone, steps to the plate. So 4 of the top 9 pairs included Cal Ripken. Want to try the other 3 who teamed up with Cal? Lou Whitaker. Paul Molitor. Second and third, 2 down. Runners take their lead. The pitch to Pagliarone. 110, high fly ball the other way to right field. Aaron backing up a bit and makes the catch to retire the side. So Blasingame wiggles out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left in scoring position. Neither. Nor was it Carlton Fisk. Vern Law takes the mound as we go to the bottom of the third. And it'll be the top of the order for the Atlanta Braves. Dennis Menke, 0 for 1, leads things off. Vern Law with the windup and the pitch on a 3-8 right-handed high fly ball to straightaway center. Routine for Moda, who puts it away. That'll bring up Eddie Matthews, who's 0 for 1. Law gets the sign from Pagliarone. Here's the pitch on a 1-7 righty, and he draws the walk. Something Matthews was very good at throughout his career. That's his 29th walk of the season. And up steps Major League home run leader Hank Aaron. Law checks the runner. Now from the stretch, comes in there with a 6-2 right-handed high fly ball to center. Moda backing up and just does make the catch. Aaron gave it a ride. Moda able to track it down. And here's Felipe Alou. Oh, I think Larry's got another winner there. Alou singled and scored in the second. The pitch from Law is a 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. A nice job by Vern Law in the third. 2-1 Braves after 3. So a catcher and a second baseman in the 90s. American League All-Star. Posada. George Posada. Oh, was Marty Barrett one? Is that right? That one surprises me, actually. Oh, Texas. That gives it away. Oh, Marty is not one. Pagan doubled and scored in the second. He'll lead off the fourth. Blasingame into the windup. The left-hander delivers a 110, and he lines that one into left field for a leadoff single. Jose Pagan, 2 for 2. No threat to steal. Pretty good base runner. And here's Mazeroski. Blasingame working out of the stretch. Comes in there with a 5-9 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Blasingame. And here's the first baseman, Don Clendenin. Grounded out to short, picked up a ribby in the second. Blasingame pitch. 2-9 left-handed, high fly ball to left. Homer on a 1 only. Party back on the track and puts it away. About as far from a 1 as you could get. And with 2 down, it's up to Willie Stargell. The left-hander into the windup. Pitch to Willie. 5-6. Grounder down to first. Alou will take it himself. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. Rich Dower? No, that was in the 80s. I'm thinking 80s, not 90s. Bottom of the fourth, Mac Jones will start things off. Mac singled and scored in the second, left-handed hitter. Oh, they're all Hall of Famers. Okay. Forgot about that part. On a 6-9, Jones rifles one into the right center gap. Over to cut it off is Clemente. And Jones will wisely hold with a single. I think Brian just hit it. Here's Cardi, the beer batter. Law from the stretch. 1-9 right-handed, and he walks him. To second goes Jones. And here's the catcher, Gene Oliver. Oliver struck out his first time against Vern Law. The full windup and the pitch to Oliver is a 6-8 right-handed. High fly ball the other way to right. Clemente drifting into the gap and makes the catch for the out. That's a fly ball B. Let me look at that again. He can tag up on that. Jones 15-17. Clemente with a -5 gun makes it 12. No thanks. He'll stay put. And the batter will be Mian. Well, actually, he's only out on the 20. So he's going to tag. 1 to 12, he goes to third. 13 through 19, he stays put. So not a lot to lose here. And he tags up and goes to third. I'm going to defer to Ben Witz, make sure I got that one right. I don't know why that throws me. Yeah, you're only out on the 20 on the tag up. It is Alomar. All right, here's Mion. Runners at the corners, one down, and in this situation, the Pirates are going to pull it in the fourth. Law's pitch to Mion on a 5-7 right-handed grounder to short A. That's going to save a run. With the infield in, the runner will advance to second, but the runner on third will hold. The infield in saves a run, and Blasingame is the hitter now. So Law looking to get out of another jam here as he comes into Blasingame 2-8 and strikes him out to end the inning. Good job of wiggling out of a jam again there by Vern Law. No runs a hit, 2 left on. After 4 complete, the score remains the same. Okay, 5th inning. Got my coffee here. Mookie in the cheap seats. Vern Law will lead it off. 7 with end power. Right-handed hitter. On a 5-10 right-handed, that's catcher's card. That'll be Oliver. Oliver is a 4E4. Here's the play. On a 17, it's a foul out to the catcher, 1 down. That'll bring up Gene Alley, who's 1 for 2. Blasingame gets the sign from Oliver. 6-5 right-handed, routine grounder to short. Menke's up with it, over to Alou, and there's 2 down quickly in the 5th. Here's Manny Mota, walked and struck out so far. Blasingame into the windup. On a 4-11 righty, hard smash to third, backhanded by Matthews. Fires across in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Blasingame. So Blasingame, who's been the ace of the Braves staff so far this season, doing it again here in a close game. As the Braves come to bat at the bottom of the 5th, they'll have the top of their batting order. Dennis Menke to start it off against Vern Law. The windup and the pitch on a 5-11 righty. That is going to be a high fly ball to deep left field. Stargell back at the track at the wall and makes the catch at the wall. Oh my. That looked like it was going, but it died on the track, and Stargell able to make the catch. 1 down for Eddie Matthews. The pitch from Law is a 1-4 righty. Struck him out. Called strike 3. Matthews not happy about it. And with 2 down and nobody on, here's Hank Aaron. Just the way the Pirates want to face him. Law's windup and the pitch on a 4-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Braves. So a fine job by Vern Law as well today. And it's 2-1 Braves after 5. Top of the 6th. Heart of the order for Pittsburgh. They trail by a run. Clemente 1 for 2. Blasingame staring in to get the sign now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Roberto's a 5-8 right-handed. Grounder second base X. That's the Gold Glover Mazeroski. I'm sorry, it's not. That's Mion. I'm so sorry. Mion a 424. Tough play for Mion to his left on a 20. He's there. Over to Alou in time. Close play at first, but Clemente is out. And with 1 down, here's Pagliarone. Not much, Bill. Aaron at 223, 22 home runs, still easily leads the majors, and 56 RBIs, although it's been a while since he hit number 22. The Triple Crown chance is very much alive, Franklin. He needs to get the average up or have somebody else come down a little bit, but with a long way to go, it's certainly possible. Here's Pagliarone, 0 for 2. The left-hander winds and deals, 3-7, and he draws the walk. A one-out walk to the catcher. And here's Jose Pagan, who's 2 for 2 today. Blasingame out of the stretch. It's a 6-7, right? That's going to be ripped into the right center gap. Base hit, double to 8, and that's going to be a 2-star single for Pagan. Pagliarone headed for third, and he'll be in there. Pagan, 3 for 3. With one out and runners at the corners, we're going to take a look at this and see how the Braves want to play this. Not a lot of ground ball A's, which actually is an unusual card for Mazeroski. Most of his cards have a lot of ground ball A's. So with that in mind, they're going to bring the infield in. From the stretch, here's the pitch to Maz on a 1-9 lefter. Grounder to the pitcher, B. He goes home, and they nail Pagliarone. How about that? Infield in pays off. We're going to score that 1-2-5. We'll say he got in a little bit of a rundown there. So Pagliarone out at the plate. That's a huge play there for the Braves. Runners at first and second now, and it's up to Clendenin. Clendenin 0 for 2. Blasingame, the windup and the pitch is a 4-4 righty. It's a grounder to third base X. Tough chance for Eddie Matthews. Matthews a 427. Here's the play on an 8. It's the E-range. The 5. It's the dreaded 5. And Matthews' throw pulls a Lou off the bag. That's going to be an error on Eddie Matthews, and that'll load him up. Bases loaded for Wilbur Stargell. Nowhere to put him. Tying run 90 feet away. One more hitter walk will fatigue Blasingame. They better get somebody up in the Atlanta pen. It would be the pitcher and then righties. And Chichi Olivo will be the first man up in the Atlanta pen. He's a right-hander. Here's Stargell. Blasingame, the full windup. It's a 3-8. Called! Strike 3. Oh, Stargell is livid. He better be careful not to get thrown out of this game. The Pirates leave the bases loaded in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit. 3 left. A single, a walk, and an error loaded the bases, but nobody scores, and the score remains the same. Yeah, Vance Law, right? He's in my 82 replay, which, by the way, we're coming up on a stat update for that pretty soon. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. I've got this tune stuck in my head and it's driving me nuts. Okay. Hang on, I gotta fix my seat now. About an average year, Bill says. I want to just take a quick look at it again. I might have counted them wrong. That's 3, 6, 10, 16, 20. No, there was more there than I thought. I'm sorry. I miscounted. Right-handed, 6, 7, 12, 16, 21. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. So that's about his normal. In the old days, and a lot of you guys probably know this already, but anyway, but before they started putting double plays on the pitcher's card, all hitters had 20 ground ball A's each side. So if you go back to like the dead ball era, etc., they all have 20 ground ball A's each side. But it started to vary a lot in the modern era, the expansion era. You're not kidding, Sticks. I'm quite sure you're right that Harry the Hat Walker was not pleased with that call. Okay, bottom of the 6th. Vern Law rated 7 for starter endurance. Law pitching better than expected here today, giving us a very good game. Here's a Lou, 1 for 2. Law with the windup and the pitch. It's a 1-4. High fly ball to deep left. That ball is crushed. Stargell turns around and just watches it fly. Bye-bye baseball. And the Braves have a little cushion now as Felipe Alou hits his 10th home run of the season to make the score 3-1. On a 1-4 right-handed, no doubt about it. And now we're going to see some activity in the Pittsburgh pen. Right-hander Tommy Sisk is joined by lefty Billy Odell. Okay, nobody out. Mac Jones at the plate. Jones 2 for 2 in this one. Law gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch. Is a 6-3 left-handed. Right field X, that's the Gold Glover Clemente. 113 on his horse. Here's the play on a 5. He makes a tremendous running catch into the gap to rob Jones of a base hit. That's going to be a web gem by Roberto. What a play. Here's the beer batter, Rico Cardi. Law with the windup and the pitch. It's a 3-9 right-handed. He rolls over it to short. Alley is there to field it. Across to Clendon and 2 away. Which managerial move, Bill? I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about. Oh, you mean the infield in. Which I probably wouldn't have done had I counted the double plays accurately. Or the ground ball A's. You can't assume a double play. Here is Oliver, 0 for 2. 2 down. The pitch from Vern Law is a 4-8 righty. That's a base hit into right field. He goes the other way with it and drops it in front of Clemente for a base hit. Gene Oliver's first hit of the day. And with 2 down and a runner at first, Felix Mion will be the hitter. I must be lagging again. There we go. Law from the stretch. It's a 1-9 right-handed. Pops him up left side. Alley waving his arms. He's got it. And the Braves will settle for a run on the Felipe Alou home run. 6 innings in the books. It's 3-1 Atlanta. And that's going to do it for Law. Set to lead off the inning. Although one could argue, depending on what's on the bench here, Law might be the better hitter. God, he actually might be. Who's at third base today? Pagan. It's tempting just to let Law bat. On the other hand, well, heck, I'm stuck on this one. I'm going to throw it out to the group. We could pinch hit with Bob Bailey, who is considerably better than Law. Or we could let Law bat and stay in the game. What do you guys think? Those of you new to the chat, my policy is shout out the moves and I'll consider it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'll certainly consider it, and I appreciate the involvement. No, they don't, but they have a lot of things that I don't have. Larry wants to pinch hit. Looks like everybody wants to pinch hit. That's the way I was leaning anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Partly for the bat and partly because I really don't trust Law, even though he's pitched well today. So Bob Bailey will hit through the pitcher. Bailey on the season, a .282 average. 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. Blasingame into the windup. That's going to be a 5-2 right-handed. Grounder to second X. That's going to be Mion. He'll be tested again. 424. Here's the play. On a 13, he's got it. What a play by Mion, and he throws Bailey out. Bob Bailey is retired. Aren't we all? Here's, or most of us. Here's Gene Alley, 1 for 3. Blasingame in his second endurance inning into the windup. 6-11, grounded to the pitcher X. 322 for Blasingame. And here's the result of that play. It's the E range, an 11 on a 22. He makes the play. Nice play, Blasingame. 1-3X. 2 down, and here's Manny Mota. Blasingame into the windup. 4-4 right-handed. Third base X. That's another tough chance for Matthews. A 427. To his left on a 15. He can't get it. That's a base hit. So a 2-out single for Mota. His first hit of the afternoon. And he'll be held. No threat to try for the lead when held, but he's held, and here's Clemente. One more hit or walk will fatigue Blasingame. Olivo is ready. Blasingame out of the stretch. 4-9 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. Aaron is there, and Blasingame closes out the 7th inning. No runs, a hit, a man left. As we go to the stretch, it's 3-1 Braves. We're going to need a new pitcher for Pittsburgh. And that's going to be, let's see, you got the pitcher, right, left, right, mostly righties. They're going to go to Tommy Sisk. So 6 innings for Law. 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1, 2 walks, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. Not bad for Law. There's the numbers on Sisk, and those of you who have been following the whole time remember his 5 dominant early season starts. Still with a 1.99 ERA, although no longer with enough innings to qualify. Hello, Bob Merrow. I'll use that instead of the "we'll be back" thing, and we'll take a look at the Mookie cam. First, I'm going to adjust this chair. There we go. Okay, and then I'll show you some things. First of all, that's where I place the sunlight. It's way up on the footstool. So if you get back far enough, you can kind of see there's the table, and that's how high up it is. And of course, then there's the star of the show. I called my computer guy, the computer repair guy, and he turned me on to a conversion program. And that thing is sucking up all of the what would you call it? Not the memory, but the RAM? I don't know. I don't know that much about computers. Anyway, it's converting a ton of files from the Oregon trip. And there's Mook. He seems to be out of it. And then part of the wintering process, the chairs are gone, they're put away. I brought in the little table. So yeah, I'll show you how weird it looks from this angle. There's the footstool. And there's the sunlight way up over the playing table. I'm enjoying the sunlight. Still too early to say if I'm deriving any antidepressant benefits from it. But you know, I felt really good the last couple of days, so maybe I am. Sticks came for the live Mookie action. Welcome to the club. I'm telling you what, I'm a second wheel around here. Hang on, I gotta line this up a little better. All right, where are we? Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Braves. Tommy Sisk takes the mound. Game's going to hit. He's a left-handed hitter. Pitch from Sisk on a 1-3 routine grounder to second, handled by Mazeroski. Boy, he kind of does need a theme song, doesn't he, Franklin? Here's Menke, the shortstop. 0 for 3 today. Sisk into the windup. 6'8" right-handed, grounder to second base X. That's Maz again. 1 E8. The Gold Glover on it. E-range 6 on an E8. He should have that, and he does. Nice play by Mazeroski. 2 down. And here's Matthews. Eddie Matthews 0 for 2 with a walk. Sisk into the windup. 3-10 right-handed. Grounder to short. Alley charges it on the run. Throws him out. And it's a nifty 1-2-3 inning for Tommy Sisk. Oh, that's interesting. Let's take a look. They had 20 all year. The pitchers have 18 sack hits. Good eye, Bill. I have to be perfectly honest, I've never even looked at the pitcher's batting line. They've scored 13 runs, 6 RBIs. Well, it shouldn't come as a surprise. You guys know I love to bunt with the pitcher. Okay, before we go to the 8th, defense for the Braves. Menke's going to move to third base. Get him off the shortstop position where he's a solid 315. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to bring in Woody Woodward, of course, to play short. He'll go in Matthews' spot. What would a Braves game be without an appearance by Woody Woodward? 334. First, center, left. Yeah, we might want to let Cardi bat once more. So that's it for now. Then we go to the 8th. Blasingame in his 3rd endurance inning, but he's reset his fatigue by only allowing 1 hit in the 7th. White get up by the T-Birds. Yes, he did, Franklin. I can remember one specific quote in particular. When asked after the game by a reporter why he didn't bunt, Weaver angrily said, "You can take the sacrifice bunt and shove it up your ass." Eighth inning, 3-1 Braves. Pagliarone, Pagan, and Mazdu. Blasingame has allowed 5 hits so far. 6 hits so far. The windup on the pitch to the catcher is a 6-6 righty, and he loses in ball 4. We could be getting near the end of the line here for Blasingame. Jose Pagan, the batter. And it's just about Ted Abernathy time. Olivo sits down. And Abernathy's joined by the left-hander, Dan Schneider, who just had a card printed this morning as he appeared in this game for the first time in 1966. Pagan's 3 for 3. Blasingame out of the stretch now. 2-9 left-handed. It's a hard grounder to shortstop. Woodward has it. 2 beyond to first. 6-4-3 double play. So Blasingame, as he's done quite often this season, gets the ground ball when he needs it, and with 2 down and nobody on, here's Mazeroski. Maz 0 for 3. Blasingame comes in with a 6-9 right-handed. Grounder to short X. That's going to be Woodward again. 334. Woody into the hole on the error range. It's a 7 on a 34. His throw pulls a Lou off the bag, and that'll be an error on Woody Woodward. So the double play looms large. That's the first error of the game. And the batter will be Clendenin. Blasted game from the stretch now. The pitch to Clendenon on a 3-8 base hit to center. Nazarowski can go to third. 11, Jones 0, 1 through 11 with 2 down. No, he'll stay at second. And the batter will once again be Willie Stargell. Stargell came up with the bases loaded in the 6th and struck out. This could be the last batter for Blasingame. Stargell 0 for 3 against Wade. Wade full windup. Pitch to Stargell. 1-4, and he loses in ball 4. And Blasingame is fatigued. The bases are loaded. And here comes Bobby Bragan. Actually, no. He's going to wait until the opposing team announces their pinch hitter. Always the strategist, that Bragan. Okay, who's going to bat for the Pirates? Pirates have to assume that a right-handed pitcher is coming in. They're going to go with none other than Matty Alou. And as expected, here comes Bragan, and that'll do it for Blasingame, who is fatigued. Not a great spot for Abernathy. They're going to call on Dan Schneider, who's going to make his 1966 debut. I don't have Schneider's real-life numbers in front of me, but give me a minute and I'll pull them up on this computer. He pitched in 63, 64, 66, 67, and 7 innings in 69. In 66, a 3.42 ERA in 26 and a third innings of work. Appeared in 14 games. Schneider, a lefty. Computer only card. Bases loaded. 2 down. Matty Alou at the plate. Alou comes in with a .318 average. Lefty on lefty. Schneider's pitch on a 2-6. Grounder to first. Felipe Alou has it, and he beats his brother to the bag to retire the side. Once again, the Pirates leave the bases loaded. Waste not, want not is the story of the game for Pittsburgh today. That'll be Schneider's only batter. So we can close the book on Blasingame. 7 2/3 today. 7 hits, 1 lone run. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4. And he struck out 2, 3, 4, 4. Sisk will face Aaron and Alou. We'll see about Jones. Pete Mickelson joins lefty Billy Odell in the Pirates pen, trying to keep it close here. 3-1 Braves. Bottom of the 8th, Henry Aaron leading it off. Aaron 0 for 3 today. Well, the only way I could, frankly, would be to take out Stargell, Moda, or Clemente. That doesn't make any sense to me. Blassingame's been the man for this Braves team, Sticks. Here's Aaron, stuck on 22 homers. Sisk into the windup. It's a 5-5 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. Clemente is right there. 1 down, here's Felipe. 2 for 3 with a home run. Sisk with the windup and the pitch on a 2-12. He rolls over it to short. Gene Alley to Clendenin, and there's 2 quick outs in the 8th. And with that, Sisk is going to go ahead and face the lefty Jones, who's 2 for 3. Winds and deals. It's a 2-11 right-handed grounder to first. Clendenin has it. Throws to Sisk covering. And 6 up, 6 down for Tommy Sisk. How about that? After 8 complete, it's 3-1 Braves. Top of the order coming up. And the Braves are going to go to Ted Abernathy. Now, these stats will not be right, or they won't be complete. There's Abernathy's numbers with Atlanta. 1-2, 6 saves, 1.64. This does not include his numbers with the Cubs. I don't have access to those today. Oh, damn. Sisk shouldn't be in the game, should he? Shit. Okay, back it up. Let's see if I can fix this mess. The obvious choice would have been a right-hander. Mickelson and Odell were throwing. Oh, man, I'm so sorry, guys. Let me see if I can make some sense out of this. While we're looking at the replay, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. So it would have been Mickelson facing Aaron. If they're on the batter's card, I'll leave it, of course. See, I got lax and failed to pull the pitcher's card out of here when I pinch hit. Every time I do that, I get my... Well, not every time, but yeah. Okay. Well, come on, Steve. Roll the dice. Okay, here's the roll for Aaron. That was a 5-5 strikeout. .212. That stays the same. Grounder to short. And here's Jones. .211, that stands. Okay. Let's refire up the chat. Yes, thank you for your help, Bill. The only thing that changes is Aaron strikes out for the second time. So Sisk an inning. There we go. And for the Pirates, it's the top of the order facing Abernathy. 3-1. Let's see how many people I lost there. Oh, we still got 21. I didn't lose anybody, or very few. Okay. Very forgiving group. Thank you. Thanks for the assist again, Bill. Gene Alley will start it off. He's 1 for 4 today. Abernathy, ready to go to work. But first, we need to get Cardi out of the game. Gary Geiger will come on for defense. Old buddy of Bob Costas. 2E7 plus 1. Geiger is in left. Alley is at the plate. Abernathy with the pitch. It's a 6'9" right-hander. Pops him up. Left side. That's going to be Menke at third base making the catch. 1 away. Here's Manny Mota. Mota 1 for 3 with a walk. Abernathy gets the sign from Oliver. Here's the pitch to Mota. It's a 5'11" righty. Hard smash to third. It's Menke again. Throws to Alou. And just like that, the Pirates are down to their last out. Roberto Clemente steps to the plate. If he could get aboard, Jim Pagliarone would represent the tying run. Abernathy trying to notch the save. On a 2-10 righty, he loses in ball 4. So Clemente, who never walked much, draws the walk here. And here's Pagliarone. 0 for 2, walked twice. Quick look at the Pirate bench. Nobody better than Pagliarone. Pagliarone it shall be. From the stretch. 5-3 righty. Grounded to the pitcher X. 231 for Pagliarone. Hold your breath on this one. It's a 2, and it's a base hit. Infield single. Holy smokes. Clemente stops at second. And the tying runs are aboard with 2 down in the 9th. And here comes Pagan. Pagan 3 for 4 today. With 3 hits in the game, if Pagan could be the hero here, he could be the player of the game. Abernathy checks the runners. Full windup. The pitch to Pagan on a 3-3. Foul ball back at the plate. Oliver throws the mask aside, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. A little drama in the 9th, but fairly easy inning for Abernathy. 3-1 is the final. Braves win it, and I'll have the totals in a moment. Unfortunately, my save totals for Abernathy will not be correct. All I can tell you is it's his 7th as a Brave. Last game with the win goes to an impressive 9-1 on the season. Law, the hard luck loser, drops to 1-3. Abernathy 1 inning, 1 hit, a walk. No strikeouts. Hey, world's worst. Thanks, Bill. Thank you, Mangler. Thanks, Franklin. And Franklin likes Felipe Alou for player of the game. Two for 4, homered, scored 2, drove in a run. Great movie. Thanks, Sticks. Thanks for joining us. Mangler also likes Alou. I'll defer to the group. I don't have a strong preference today. Honorable mentions would be Pagan, Blasentame, Felix Mion, maybe. Looks like it's overwhelming for Felipe Alou. That's good enough for me. It's going to be Felipe Alou. Let's look ahead on the schedule and see what's up tomorrow. It's going to be Baltimore at Boston tomorrow. Jim Palmer versus Bob Sadowski. The usual time. I'll be taking Sunday off. That's going to be the standard now. Games on Saturday, off on Sunday. We'll get the protective Mookie Cup over the right. The Braves 3 runs, 6 hits and an error. Pirates just 1 run on 8 hits, no errors. And I'll figure out what number save that is for Abernathy when I enter the game. So with that, I'm going to finish my lunch. I actually ate about 2/3 of it before the game, and I'm going to finish that up. I want to thank everybody again for being here. Take care. As always, have a great evening and hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye for now, everybody.